So today we're going to build bookends. This is one I made last year. It holds up my Stephen King novels, so it looks like books. So I'll show you how to do that paint. And we're going to make a different one with some small skulls that are stacked up, and we'll go from there. So this is one of the reasons I don't like to throw away my scraps of wood, is there's always a little project you can do with it. So we're cutting it 6 inches. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we do need to plug it in. So now we need 3 pieces. So we're gonna enough to do one. We're going to actually cut another 3 because I'm going to do a second one that's a little bit different. So my shop, but that's okay now. So we've got 2 sets of 3. So I've cut 3 sets of 3, and 3 pieces I'm going to cut roughly, give or take, a 1/2 inch narrower. So what we're going to do is, that'll be the bottom book, that'll be the top one, so it's a little narrower. And then we'll have one like that. And this will go on here. Okay, so I like that. So we're going to make the opposite to this one. So I've got a set. And I put my 0 clearance guide in. I'm going to unplug this. Now, the other one I made was not done with oak veneer, so we're going to see how it works. So we drop the blade roughly about there, and we take the blade, the side stop, and just off the blade right about there. So we're going to go like this. And we're going to take a piece of scrap. And when you're doing this, be very careful. Now you can see I've got just a little bit. That's going to be the outside cover of the book. So now that you've done that, let's so you would do that to all the pieces and then move the backstop out a little bit, clean this out. I'll show you that, and I think that's maybe a little bit deep for what we want. So we're going to try it there. So again, we will go like that. Now let's take a look here. Okay guys, so that's all 9 pieces trimmed like that. 3 sides only. This is the back of the book. I'll show you how to make the backing. Now what I do is move that out a little bit, and then we clean out. Same thing this side, side, and then we'll probably have to do another run. So I've gone to a 100 grit. So what I do is I just pinch. It's going to be easier if I rip this. Alright, bear with me, there we go. So we're gonna sand like that. Sand like that. Just so you can run your hand over it without any splinters. See, some of the veneer has splintered off because these are supposed to be aged books. Doesn't really matter that much. So as you can see, sanding is not really a long drawn out process. Like I say, once you can do that, so you do all of them, and then what I do is take a little bit of this sandpaper, push it in where what's supposed to be the pages, so it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth, because when you look at a book, Sometimes the pages are a little bit off, especially an aged book. So what I do is I push it in when I sand so it fills up the spot. So you can see that. Now this is 1/2 inch ply. You can use 5/8, 3/4, 1 inch, whatever you want. These seem to work good for me. So you do all of them, sand, do what I did to this one. Oh, you can see there's a little bit of hairiness. So just take it down. Look at that. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we're going to do that to all of these. Okay, so I found this piece of oak in my shop. And what we're going to do, this is going to be the binding, the back of the book. So that's undone. So we go the width of the plywood. And when you do this, you just want the wood hitting the side of the blade. You don't want it pressuring the blade over or it's going to be the wrong measurement. So you do that. Now we're going to cut this long piece. And what we're going to do, we cut so much of it, and it is perfect. Okay, so we're going to cut the rest of it. Okay, so we've come to the miter saw. We've got to cut it down to width. I've cut one piece, and it seems to be just about perfect. So, because all the books are the same height, we are going to go so we are going to have to make another piece of this. So that's 3 for 1. If you're not used to using power tools, make sure the blade stops. Before you put your hand underneath it. That's my neighbors coming home. Okay, so you guys see that here. Okay, so I got my 3 sets of 3. So 9 pieces, 9 books. Alright, so they're going to glue on there. You can glue them on now, let it dry, and then shape them. I'm going to show you the shaping. So normally I would use wood glue, but we are going to use hot glue because it's almost an instant bond. That kind of got mucked up. So just squeeze it on for a minute. Okay guys, so we got it glued on. It's sat for a little bit. So we're going to see. We've got our little oscillating belt sander here. So that's what we're looking for. Kind of flat, rounded on the edge, looks like a book binding. Alright, so we're going to do that to all of them. That's all done. They are looking pretty rough, but that's okay. It's an aged book, so we're going to take these in and get them ready to paint. Okay guys, good morning. So we've got the backing on the books, the bindings. Forgive my voice this morning, I'm feeling a little under the weather. So my commission job has been put on hold because right now it's the cutting the crown, which takes concentration, and I'm not up to it, and it's cloudy and looks like it might rain today too, so today's a good day to be a little under the weather. So this is black gesso. It's an acrylic primer. We're going to paint this. We're going to paint the entire book, but we're going to do one side at a time. Okay. Make sure you get all the little nooks and crannies. There we go. So we're going to do one side at a time. There's my other paints. And we're going to let it dry. So I just put a little bit in my tray, my foam brush, just go back and forth. I got a little. Okay, I think I got that off of there. There it is. Splinter. Okay. So I use the gesso because it is a primer, so it helps any other paints adhere to the wood. And it's flat. And that's what we want. We don't want a glossy paint or shiny paint at all. We just want flat. So, and what I do is try and give it straight lines. That splinter, there we go. Alright. So we are back down in the laundry room studio here. Yep. Got a little bit of gesso on the countertop. So there we go. Okay, so we're going to paint all of these. So once you've seen me paint one or two, you get the idea. You don't need to see me paint all of them, but we're going to paint them, let them dry, and then we're going to do the next part, which is going to be crackle. Okay, so and while you're waiting for the next part, while you're waiting for me to paint these and get on to the next part, I got a book for you to read. It's a wood book. Would I make these if I wasn't born on Halloween? I don't know. So, anyway, I'll let you guys go. And you can see here, a couple of little dots showed up. Just, you can touch them up. Doesn't have to be a perfect paint job because we are putting more paint on top. Alright, so okay, so we've got both sides done and the back. Now we have to do in here. I get a small brush and just edge it in. Okay. And edge it in like that. So, sorry guys, when I do stuff like this, I get into my own little world. Just edge it in. And you can see I got a little bit on what's supposed to be the paper. We're going to paint it white, so the white should cover most of that. So here we go. Make sure you get the edge. When you do it, make sure you get on the back side and the outside again, just to make sure you don't have any big globs. Bring it over, going over the edge. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do all of them, the one side, and then we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to do the other side. So we're going to paint here and here, let it dry, then we're going to do the white for the paper. So I'll bring you back when we're doing that. Okay guys, so we've got everything painted with the black gesso. So now we're going to do white. For pages. I take a tiny brush and go like that, and we're going to go all the way around and we're going to do all of them, and when that's done we're going to do the crackle. So we've got everything painted, the white up for the paper, black on the outside. Now we're putting on crackle. I start by doing the inside of the cover. Now crackle, the thicker you put it on, the larger the cracks will be. We don't need large cracks, so we're doing a fairly thin coat. Do the inside of the cover. And that's done. Then I get a foam brush for the outside. And put it on. You pretty well want 100% coverage on this, because anywhere it doesn't go you won't get any crackle. So you won't get any crackling effect, shall we say. So gloves if you desire some latex gloves. Anyone that's watched my videos, I don't usually wear gloves, and that's where the name came from. So we do get dirty hands. Okay, so that's got 100% coverage. Now I'm going to set it over here with the ones I've done. And we're going to let it dry. So we're going to do the rest of them, let it dry, and then we will put the top coat on, and that's when the magic will happen. Alright, so we'll come back to you, and we're going to have coffee. Okay, so the glaze is dried. We let it dry overnight. I've got my brown paint into my tray already. I've got my brush. And don't want a lot of paint on the brush. So we drag that. And you don't want to put a lot of paint on because you want it to be able to crackle. So I pull it. So I got that side done. I'm going to do this. And it's not a race to get it done, just, take your time. Okay. Oops. Okay, so almost done this. And you can kind of see what it's going to look like on this little edge. Not super well, too much paint. Okay, so we got the inside done. Now I'm going to take my sponge brush. I'm going to dip it in. I've not done this with a sponge brush before, so we'll see how it turns out. You can see it's starting to crackle up a bit. Like like I say, you don't want a lot of paint on it. So we are gonna grab this. And change hands. Excuse me. Alright. Okay, so we'll see how that works. Let's stand it up over here. You don't want to leave finger marks. So we'll this. There we go. Now you can see my finger mark up there. And you can see it starting to crackle up. That's exactly what we want. So we'll see how that one turns out. Like I say, I've not done this before with a foam brush, so it's going to be all brand new. Once again, dirty hands, man. Alright, so these ones here I did earlier, the insides. Oh, I missed part of it. Alright. Oh, I missed the whole edge. Okay, so let's take this. Okay, so the inside of that one's done. So let's take a look at this one. Yep. So you don't want to be manipulating the paint too much because it does tend to pull the glaze up, crackling glaze. That. We're going to go like this, just on the edges. Okay. See, I put a little finger mark here, so I'm just gonna touch that up just like so. And we'll let them go from there and we'll see what happens. So I tried off camera using the hot glue and it really doesn't like to stick to this, so we're going to try the wood glue. So we'll that. Okay, that feels a little better. Yeah, it seems to hold. We got them pressed together. Okay. So I'm going to take these two. Just turning them around to see what ones I like. What sides I like up. Okay guys, so this is the second one of the skull. Unfortunately, I can't get these skulls anymore, but what I think I might do is, if I find any interest in people wanting them, is getting a silicone mold and doing the heads out of concrete and painting them, or cement, and that will give it a little bit more weight. I've done this one with the little skulls. Not really that happy with them. It's not bad. I just wish the skulls looked better. They were from the dollar store. We bought them on a whim last year, and I decided to give it a shot. So with this one, I might try something different. We're just letting everything set up. And so I think that's going to be the end of this, and I hope you guys liked it. And if you could like and subscribe and share it with your friends, I'd appreciate it. It shows me that you like what I'm doing, and when I decide what I'm going to do with this last one, I will do a short video of it and let you guys see it. Okay, have a good day.